I answered. Whether you're happy with my answer or not, that's your problem.
After that, we have to say this.
When I walk away, you're going to say you're running away, isn't it?
Well, at the moment, because I'm not finished.
Thank you very much.
Now, the Quran,
it was a pleasure.
The Quran says
you haven't been rude.
That the gospel was available at the time of Muhammad. It's clear from the verses I've cited. So how can you say it became corrupted? When did it become corrupted? By whom? How can you say it's corrupted? When it was available at the time of Muhammad.
Did God promise to preserve it?
No.
No. So then I can say it's corrupted. It's not.
Yeah, you need evidence though. What's your evidence?
The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is not mentioned in your gospel.
So how does that make it corrupted?
Well, because if Allah, if your Quran is the ultimate source of truth.
If the Quran is. Oh yeah, if the Quran is, then we're all Muslims and we're false. But if it's not, that's begging the question. Yeah, but then you're stuck then, aren't you? Because you'll never find the truth.
Then you have...
Because you don't even require evidence.
I do.
You just use the Quran.
I've already gathered my evidence
So give it to me. Give it to me.
The Quran itself. What do you want? Scientific miracle? Do you want
all right, that's it. That's
historical miracle? Historically, I'll give you one proof. Yeah.
Yes.
The Bible.
Yes. No, the Quran.
What does it say in the Bible? The Quran corrects. You're probably aware of it.
It says that the Quran corrects in the Bible.
The Quran corrects the Bible. I'll tell you.
It says that in the Bible.
No, it says it's a claim, it's a historical claim
of you guys.
That has been proven recently by the deciphering of the Rosetta Stone. That actually something that was mentioned in the Bible was incorrect.
No, the Rosetta Stone doesn't talk about that.
No. I'll tell you.
Rosetta Stone's not on the Bible.
At the time of Joseph, were there pharaohs?
Right.
Were there pharaohs at the time of Joseph, or were there kings? Do you know this or not?
This is one where you're saying it should be Pharaoh.
No, it's king. There were kings. It's clearly in the Quran. It says at the time of Joseph there were kings. The Bible it says that there were pharaohs. After the Rosetta Stone was deciphered, it shows us clearly that there were no pharaohs at the time of Joseph and there were kings.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you going to say that the
Are you saying Egyptologists say there were no pharaohs at the time of Joseph? Or maybe...
No, I didn't say
so Ramesses wasn't a pharaoh?
I didn't say Egyptologist. I said the Rosetta Stone deciphering of it. That's a historical
No, wait a minute. The Rosetta Stone is not going to tell you whether there were pharaohs at the time of
it does.
Joseph.
It has codes.
Okay,
that have to be
that's your proof? That's your proof that the Quran is true?
No, that's a historical evidence used to back the Quran. That's one. Yeah.
Okay, now you've got to show the Quran is true because you rely on it, right? And the Quran, reliance on that shows this is false. Good, okay, that's a fair point.
That's false,
now,
100%.
Yeah, but I need to know because I need from this. What if there's an error in here?
Okay, first denounce your Christianity, then you can investigate the error.
No, wait a minute. No.
I showed you the Bible.
You haven't though.
Denounce it.
You haven't.
Say I'm no longer a Christian.
Whoa. You said because this is true, this means this is false.
No.
Not because of this.
This is false. This is false.
By referring to Pharaoh.
Yes. Why is it referring to Pharaoh?
There were pharaohs back in ancient times in ancient Egypt.
The Rosetta Stone, the deciphering of the hieroglyphics shows that there's no pharaohs.
It does not. Get on your phone. This is hilarious. I love this.
Get on my phone.
Yeah, get on your phone. Look it up on Google.
Literally every Christian knows this argument.
There were no pharaohs at the time.
How do you not know this argument?
I'm stupid. I need to tell me.
But how do you not know? Go ask a Christian.
No, this is good. This is good.
Go ask a Christian.
When they were called?
Tell you.
They were called kings then.
No, Jesus, we love Jesus. That's
so they were called kings, right? They were called kings, yeah. When did they get called pharaohs?
That's the question.
Yeah. When did they get called pharaohs?
Not at the time of Joseph.
Afterwards.
Yes.
Do you know when?
I don't know when. It was afterwards. That's the relevant point.
Do you know when the time of Joseph was?
My student, that's the relevant.
Do you know when the time of Joseph was? No, was the answer, isn't it, to that? You don't know when the time of Joseph was.
So now you become my teacher, yeah?
It just happens. Now,
you become my teacher now.
Now, you don't know when the time of Joseph was.
You don't be sarcastic and rude to your teacher. That's
not sarcastic. It's serious now. I think you need to have the darkness pulled off. You don't know when
I'm not being funny.
You don't know when the time of Joseph was.
I'm the teacher. I'm not being funny.
But you don't know when the time of Joseph was, do you? You can put your hand through your hair as much as you like. You don't know, do you? Anyway. So given that you don't know when the time of Joseph was, how can you say that you know there was no Pharaoh if you don't know when the time of Joseph was?
Christians say it.
Which Christians?
Every single Christian.
They're Egyptologists as well, are they?
Do you know what they say? They say no.
They're Egyptologists.
Pharaoh and king are synonymous. That's why it's not a problem. That's what I was expecting you to use that argument.
No, because you need to know when the time of Joseph was.
No, you don't.
Well, you said there were pharaohs at
You
one
don't need
time
to know where
and
it was.
kings at another
Yes.
time, even on your own
All
point.
you need to know
But you
is
need to
that
know
one.
you need to know Joseph was not in the time of the pharaohs, but you don't know when Joseph was.
It doesn't matter.
So you,
it does. If you
it
know
does
a
for
fact-
your argument.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Okay, show me.
Okay, I'll tell you how it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you know that Y happened after X, you don't need to know the time periods of when it happened. All you know is that this happened after this time.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but you
matter.
don't know when Y
Listen,
was. How do you know it was after X or before
Because
X?
that's all you know. That's all that you know about it. You can go and do your research and find
Okay,
out.
right.
That's irrelevant.
So you know that Pharaoh was
I
not
don't
used
know.
at the time of
Not
Joseph.
just me, every single historian that and the
Okay.
people who deciphered
Yeah.
the historians
Yeah.
that deciphered the
Yeah.
hieroglyphics of the Rosetta Stone,
Yeah.
they all know this. And pretty much 90% of the Christians.
But here's
in
the
this
problem. Here's the problem with them and you. That
So only you're the one that hasn't got a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Here's why I know
But
this.
you're the student.
Here's what I know. Yeah, but I'm a pretty advanced student. Here's how
I'm
I
the
know.
teacher, I'm more advanced.
Yeah, maybe so. Here's how I
No,
know.
100%, yeah.
Nobody has agreed when Joseph lived. So we can't know whether it was at the time of the. If you're right, when the term Pharaoh was
Do we
being
know it
used
was in a certain
or
time
not.
period? Do we know it was during when Joseph was at least
no
it wasn't
agreement.
100 years
There's
ago?
no agreement.
Was it 200 years ago?
Oh no, it's
was
got to
way
be during.
before that,
It's got to be
right?
during the time of the Egyptian pharaohs or kings, as you say.
Kings, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know when he
Pharaoh.
was.
What's the difference between a pharaoh and a king?
Okay, good. A pharaoh is someone divinely appointed by God.
Kings were divinely appointed.
It's not. Sure, let's look at the definition.
So, well, no, we're getting away from this now.
Pagan kings,
So-
emperors were divine gods. The Roman emperors were divine
So,
gods.
given that, Joseph could have been in a period.
The male ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by right of birth, that's a king. Right? Now,
Yeah.
what's a pharaoh?
And there were divine kings in certain civilizations around the world. Like there was divine emperors. I'm not sure what the point you're making. Because it seems a bit of a storm in a teacup.
He doesn't know when. He says that there was a time when kings were used, not the term pharaoh.
Pharaoh is connected with the divine in such a way that he is virtually recognized as God, as a god himself, while a king is generally recognized as a mortal man who rules over a given territory.
Will you type in, when did pharaohs begin to reign in Egypt? Type that in. I dare you.
It's irrelevant.
It's wrong, because if it turns out it's vast eons ago, then you can't
Well,
witness.
you just said that we didn't know when the time of Joseph was, so how can Google show me
Yeah,
that?
because if pharaohs reigned from 4,000
So why are you daring
BC
me? No, so why are you daring me?
to 1,000, because I'm going to show you up on your own phone.
But you just told me that we
I'm
don't
going to
know.
show you up on your own
You
phone.
just said we
But
don't
these
know.
I can't do. I ain't got a phone with me.
No, you said we don't know when the time of Joseph was.
Yeah, that's right.
So how can Googling it find that out?
Just indulge me. I dare you. I dare
No,
you.
if you dare me to do so, you make a claim that goes against your dare.
You don't dare, do you?
Anyway,
You
it
don't
was
dare.
nice
No,
speaking to you.
I'm finished. I'm
Well,
gonna
are you
stay
gonna-
with
I'm
you.
gonna walk
Stay with. No, don't go anywhere.
No,
Stay
I'm
here.
gonna go.
Stay here. Stay
Listen,
here.
it's
My
been a
friends.
pleasure.
My
It's been
friends.
entertaining.
My friends. Final points.
Listen.
You see, no, I love you Muslims. I can't get rid of you. I can't let you go. Here's how it is, my friends. So you've got the gospel today that we had back then. Your Quran confirms our
Just want
gospel.
to be clear. So I'm going to say that your greatest argument against Christianity is that someone called a pharaoh a king.